Hi everybody, it's Lene and welcome to my channel. I have to admit today I feel a little bit unprepared for filming this video. I usually do a lot of preparation, but I found myself with an hour or so with nothing to do, and I thought I should film a video. And I've been thinking a lot about what to do with Christmas gift cards that you want to give for Christmas. My daughter is a young adult and she has requested an Amazon gift card to help her purchase books for grad school. And I think that's a fantastic idea, but I want to dress it up a little bit. And I bet a lot of you are facing that same dilemma where young people or teens request gift cards, and that's great. It seems a little boring though. What can we do to dress those up a little bit? So that's what we're going to work on today. So I am using the tag in a bag cutting dies from Hot Off the Press. They consist of 2 parts. And if you have a die cutting machine and you don't have this set, I would really encourage you to buy it because it's so versatile. I use it so often. And if you don't have a die cutting machine, I wish I could give you a pattern, but I can't because it is copyrighted. But I think you could get the general shape. Tag bag shape. Okay, so I'll even see if I can link some small, like maybe craft bags from Amazon, so that'll make that process a little easier. I don't want to leave anybody out in this process, but we are going to be using the cutting dies today. So this is generally what they look like. They make this cute little tag with this little edge here, which is so cute, and then the tag that goes in it. I wanted to kind of spruce that up a little bit. So make this a little more special, make it more of a presentation of your gift card. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to be using, instead of just plain cardstock for the bag, we're going to be using some glitter cardstock. So this is champagne, and this is gorgeous. This is wonderful stuff. You can get this at Paper Wishes, and I'm going to list all the links down below this video, but it doesn't come off, you guys. It's so great. So I've already gone ahead and die cut the bag shape from this. Okay. And because it is a little thicker, than our regular cardstock, definitely encourage you to use a bone folder with this. It's really going to help make those creases nice. If you don't have a bone folder, the edge of your scissors works good too. I like to use a butter knife sometimes when I'm away from my craft studio. Whatever works. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this. Now, you can put your fold inside like this so it doesn't show. You can also put it on the outside. It gives it a little extra reinforcement. Doesn't matter either way. For tonight, I'm going to go ahead and put that on the inside. Now, also because we're using the glitter cardstock, extra sticky tape, double stick tape, something really reinforced is a great thing to use because we really want it to hold on to this glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Are you guys giving a lot of gift cards this year? I feel like a certain age group, when you're just really not sure what to give, I gotta find my pokey tool. Here we go. When you're really not sure what to give, then the default can just be a gift card maybe to a specific store that they love. My daughter loves clothes, but I really don't want to be picking them out for her at this point. So giving her a gift card to her favorite store is always a nice thing. She really appreciates that. All right, so we've already done it on that side, and then we're going to go ahead now and just put some sticky tape on this side of the folder. And when you're using this tape, it took me, I don't know, probably years of struggling to get these little things peeled off before somebody told me to just use a little pokey tool. I don't even remember who that was. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to put some on the sides too. It's really made a difference. All right, we're going to put some right there. There we go. Then just make sure you kind of burnish that on, especially with that glittery cardstock. I can say I kind of overcut a little bit. There's a little tab. Let's move that over. All right, so that's that, okay? And don't worry about this part that's gonna get covered up by the tag. All right, so now the tag, sort of just a single-sided tag, but what if, okay, we made the tag into an actual card? So to do that, you would just need to use a folded piece of cardstock. I just grabbed a blank card here, and then we're gonna place it on the card so that the die overlaps the fold. Okay, so there's the card fold. We want it to overlap that so that it's not going to cut the fold, and that when you run this through your die cutting machine or you cut it out yourself, you're going to have the fold intact. Okay, so that's what I did. Now for the paper, we're going to be using, I'm using my new favorite 6x6. This is the Snowflakes and Snowfolk 6x6 pattern cardstock from hot off the press, and look, it's so cute. It's so cute, you guys. And we're using this one. This one's got some like silvery, kind of a silvery blue background, and then it's got this wonderful gold. I love it. So we're going to be using this little guy right here. And these just are micro perfs, so they just come right apart like that. So cute. And then there's also these sweet little cutouts in here. Let me see if I can find the rest of them. There's that one, and then there's like that. It's so cute. So we're going to take that as well. All right, so I've also taken this sheet and I die cut that as well. Just place that right over, and I've die cut this one. This is just a single piece, and we're going to go ahead and just glue this one right over this one. And you know, why didn't I glue this to the card front? I don't know. It was just easier for me to think in the process of cutting individually. And I'm just going to use a little glue to tack this down. You could use a tape runner. Really want to get around that little hole there. And we just want to align the edges and that little die cut hole that's there. There we go. All right, so now we have our little card. Now, also had this piece right here left. I didn't even touch this side of the paper, so we had this left over. All right, we're gonna put this on the inside right there. Actually, I'm gonna turn it upside down like that, because we're gonna use that as the little holder for the gift card. Cute, right? All right, so I'm gonna put a line of glue here. That's gonna be that edge that goes next to the fold, and then we're going to put some right down at the bottom, and then we're going to go up the top. And I did it like that because it's a little neater, the process for me. You guys have your own process. Oh gee, so much for neater. All right, and then we're just going to turn that over and then trim that even with that edge. All right, how cute. And then look at that. This little gift card just slides right in there, except you'll want to wait till yours is dry. Oh, that's funny. Okay. All right, so now we've got this little step right here. We're going to take a doily. This is just a 4-inch paper doily. And we're going to glue that at the top. And then we're going to have to repunch that hole, but I think it's going to be totally worth it. So I'm going to put that, just to kind of give that a really fancy edge up there. And once again, you can use different adhesives to put this down. I'm just going to go right across here. Right about there. And then we're just going to take our scissors look at that. That looks so cute. I love that. All right, and we're going to take a break for a second while I go find my hole punch. All right, we're back. Look at my hole punch. Look how old school it is. I mean, you guys, it's rust on it. I don't know where I got it. I think it might have been my mom's. But yeah, it works just great. All right, so we're going to just re-punch this little hole. Well, it usually works great. There we go. I pulled up a little part. There we go. My desk is a mess as usual. Let's glue that down a little better. All right. Now, with the other piece of this, we're actually just going to trim that off, and we're going to use this again. So this part is going to go right across there. It's going to look so cute. But I want to make sure it's going to stick on there, at least the top part. So once again, a little really extra sticky tape. Okay. And then I don't mind at all if that sticks up there. That's just fine. Just like a little flappy piece. Hi everybody, we had a little bit of an audio problem for this last portion of the video, so I'm going to be walking you through how I just finished this up. I'm tying a length of red polka dot ribbon around the top of the bag. It's 1/2 inch wide, and I'm just going to be tying an overhand knot. It's very simple. You could tie a bow, but I find overhand knots can be easy if you're not really comfortable making a bow. And I'm just making sure that the ribbon the pattern side is facing out. So I'm just turning that in the right direction. And now I'm going to fold each one of those little tails in half and then use my scissors to cut a notch or a dovetail in each one. And you just need to make sure that you're sort of facing in an outward direction and cut an angle, and then it will be this nice little notch dovetail at the end of your ribbon. It makes the knotted ribbon look a little bit like a bow tie, which is really sweet. And now I have another 1/2 inch length of ribbon that is ivory grosgrain. I cut the end at an angle so it's easier to thread through just the top hole in that tag. We don't want to go through both holes, otherwise we'll tie it shut. So just the top, and then I've got a length of tan and white baker's twine. So I'm going to tie both of those little tails together using the baker's twine. We're just going to tie a bow. And I made my loop too small, so I'm going to try again to tie a bow. Make those loops a little bigger. There we go. And then once your loops are made, you can manipulate them by sort of moving them and separating those lengths of ivory ribbon at the top, moving the tails down below the loops, and then making your loops just the right size. Another thing I like to do when utilizing baker's twine is I like to tie the tails with a knot about 1 inch or so from the loops, and that keeps it from unraveling. And then I can take some scissors and then just trim just below the knot, and it gives a little bit of a look like a tassel. And now I'm trimming that ivory ribbon as well at an angle. I like to trim at an angle so that the ribbon doesn't become frayed at the end. Okay, so we're all ready to put a gift card in there. And that just slides right in the pocket. And now I have this sheet of little greetings that comes within the paper pack, and I'm going to cut out the little oval greeting here. And when cutting an oval or a circle, I like to cut using small scissors. That's very important. And then you'll notice the blades of the scissors are staying in one direction, and I'm actually turning the oval with my left hand and just doing the movement with the oval with my hand and just sort of steering that around the scissors. I find that that's really helpful, and it gives sort of a cleaner cut. This is not going to be a perfect oval by any means, but it is going to have a little bit of a smooth look to that. So first I thought I was going to put it to the front of my tag, and then I decided no, I was going to take some foam tape and put that in the inside of the card just below the edge of the pocket. And then that gift card can just slide right in. And I'm probably looking for something on my desk. There we go. Turn that over, Lene. There we go. So these are great little cutouts that are also featured in the paper pack, and I'm just showing you that you could use one of those to put on the front, but instead I changed my mind and I decided to use some Dazzle stickers because I was reminded that one of the stickers in this particular collection, which is linked down below the video, has the greeting Holly Jolly on it. And that reminded me of a story that as a child, the famous, wonderful actor from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that we all love, Burl Ives, came to our little town here in Oregon. And he was on a little tour for the holidays. And he stopped by at our little performing arts center and at the schools, and he sang some songs for us. And one of them was Holly Jolly Christmas, which as a child we all loved because we grew up with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So this being this little snowman reminded me of the Holly Jolly. And so I not only did I want to label my little bag Holly Jolly, I wanted to share that little story of you because it was a nice, happy memory for me. In fact, I mentioned it to my sister-in-law this morning, and she's like, I remember that too. So she was somewhere there too before I even knew she was going to be my sister-in-law someday. And probably my husband was there too. Okay, so we want that surface of that sticker to stick really well to that glitter cardstock, so I just put a little extra pressure on that. And then on the inside of the card, I decided that we needed to add a greeting as well. You'll notice I was using the pokey tool to sort of lift up the Dazzle sticker greeting, and I find that to be very helpful. I just sort of pry it up at the bottom to kind of loosen that up. And then I just use that tool to help place the sticker as well. And I forget to mention this a lot. I use these stickers every day, and it's very helpful to just kind of place that right there on the tip. An X-Acto knife or craft knife works really well for that as well. And then you can sort of see where you want to place it and then just tap that down. Oh yeah, voila. All right, and so now we also have some little crystals, sparklets, and these are in a shade of pink. Don't worry, we're not going to be using the entire pink color. We're going to just be using the sort of clear ones, and then there's some in that collection that have just a little pink tinge. And I'm using my applicator, my glue applicator bottle, and just putting little dots of glue directly to the surface, and those little crystals just glue right on there. That'll just add some extra sparklet. So just wanted to remind you guys as we finish up here that if you enjoyed this video, liking it, giving it a thumbs up, and commenting, Tell me what you think of it. And subscribing will enter you into a little contest we have where you can win this little tag in a bag for yourself. And I will send it to you, and you can then share it with someone else. So yeah, definitely check out the video next week, and we will let you know who the winner is within that video. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching today and putting up with this little audio mix-up that we have. I really appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy your Christmas holidays, and we'll see you in the next video.